Hello and welcome back to Divide and Conquer version 4. And where we left off, we just defeated Chieftain Ugluk and murdered him outside of Bregnas, I believe. Now, we are a little bit in advance of that, and that's purely because all I was doing really was burning turns. We've been put under siege up here in Dunyard. We are besieging Bregnas, and we did take Boulogne via a pretty simple and straightforward attack. Now, I've moved several armies after retaking Karas, which they just surrendered, didn't they? I think at the end of the last episode. We've moved up to Gind? I don't know. And we're getting a little bit of support from the mighty Gondorian nation, but Isengard is stacking the deck, so to speak. They are attempting to take out Mentha, who doesn't have the greatest army in the world. He's got a few elites and a fair amount of strike infantry, so hopefully we can do some damage with that. He is being assaulted by Giragaz, but in support we have Chieftain Herek and Moot Lord Tremak. So my hope is that this guy can do enough damage to these two armies, maybe beat them. And because we're pretty much level on troops, and then we can take what's left of the remnants of this army and help support our faction heir and faction leader here. And hopefully Gondor will get involved because they've got a pretty decent banner stack as well. But if we can break through here and, you know, take out all these armies in the south, as well as taking out Bregnas, we'd have pretty much wiped them out. They'll, at least forces-wise. They've got another army here under Lughorn. But also at that point we'll have united the clans, because I believe this is the last settlement we need to get to unite the clans. We might need Bregnas, but I'm not 100% sure we do. But let's jump on in. There's going to be a lot of battles in this episode, so let's see how we do. Let's start with Mentha. The army that we're facing is quite interesting. They've got a couple of these goblin infantry that aren't particularly good. They've got some Uruk-hai archers, some crossbows. They've got a decent amount of archers with a ballista. Some pikemen and Uruk-hai infantry. Now, last time cutting through these was a nightmare, so we need to make sure that we handle this fairly intelligently. But let's see, as I say, what we can do. We want Mentha to do a lot of damage, so we're going to be attacked from sort of both angles, I think. So part of me is thinking we should pull to the side and let them come to us. I think that's meant to be either an elven ship or a ship of Dol Amroth. It would make sense for it to be a Dol Amrothian ship, and it's snowy, which means they'll get a bonus, which is a bit of a shame. So we know they're coming from sort of that direction. This, I mean, I don't want a red line camp, but the issues we've had recently have been with sort of, we've had issues mainly with our troops just not having, you know, the correct stuff, so to speak. We've been outflanked, and we don't want that to keep happening. So I think this time round we are going to have to do something a little bit sadly cheesy, but I'm at the point of this campaign now where I'm just sort of like, whatever, who cares? We've been playing this campaign a long time. I've been very upfront. Now, the only thing I'm thinking is, should I try and hide these guys anywhere? Like, there is that forest over there that could be quite useful. Let's put those guys over there to hide. Right, what's left? Just our infantry. Now, we don't have a great infantry wall. Our infantry is very lacking. But right, I think that's everyone. We've only got one shield wall spearman, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, but maybe actually you guys would be better served over there as well. Let's put you over there as well. We'll have a massive strike infantry section over here. Okay, let's, yeah. Okay, so I'm quite happy with our positioning here. We've got a hill that we can take advantage of, plus a little bit of cover from the woods. Let's take full advantage of what cover we can get. And I know I'm red line camping and I feel a bit dirty doing it, but I'm a little bit sick of some of the victories Isengard are pulling out. They're cheesy as hell. And I think to win this I'm going to need to do something, you know, a little bit different to normal. As I say, as much as I feel cheap doing this, I think it might be the only way. And I'll hold those clansmen in reserve because, let's face it, they really don't offer much. Yeah, and then all of you guys, let's position you there. Let's position you here. You here. And then where was the... yeah, you're the smaller unit. Let's have you just protect the flank, just in case they do find it. Okay, is that all of the... no, you guys. I can barely see. Right, our general, he can form up sort of right at the back, or towards the back. And then we got archers that will screen with, including some decent river archers. And I think we've got one more unit of river archers, don't we? Oh no, hunters. Yeah, they're not that great, but oh well. I think that's everyone running. Get into position.
For Enedwaith.
And we'll take, as I say, advantage of this wood. Now, I don't normally redline camp, but sometimes corner camping just is the way to go. And this will make them march pretty far as well. The ballista is a bit of a pain. Didn't think about that.
Just tell me who to kill.
Just tell me who to kill. Hiding, 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 hiding. Good. All of you need to hide. You will be our magnificent flanking nightmare.
Hunter. For Enedwaith. Raiders. We stand ready. Raiders.
And we'll hold the river raiders, those elders, in reserve, actually. Right, let's put time forwards. But yeah, it's a shame. I'm recording this sort of the day after the Ered Luin campaign kicked the bucket. I'm a little bit upset about it, really. I was really enjoying that campaign, and it was starting to get to the point where we were looking really good. You know, from a standpoint of, like, you know, the fact that we had reorganized and retaken everything. Right, they're making their way sort of, as long as they don't go straight towards the woods here, then hopefully we'll be okay. The artillery is making its way around as well. I just could do with one unit of cavalry. That would you know, help us out pretty immensely. But yes, you guys...
Enedwaith.
Guard this area.
form up like so.
Right speed.
Rid of swords. For Enedwaith. We march together.
Yeah, everyone guard.
Axe and shield. We stand ready. For Enedwaith.
Guard this area.
And we can use our archers.
With the archers.
Yeah, the river archers aren't the best archers, but they will definitely do the job. Right, we're starting to open fire now. Are they just charging at us? I was about to say. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to pull those guys around, and they're going to start attacking there.
For Enedwaith.
They're going to go after those guys. Right, yeah. And the Druidine Hunters have got pretty decent range. I think they look very cool, actually. They're a very, like... I like the almost Native American sort of style that they're going for. It's quite interesting. Alright, we just lost our first Moot Keeper, which is disappointing. Yeah. Just pull around. No. Keep going. Keep running. Get out of the way. Ah, those are berserkers. Where are they? Come on, you. There we go. And then I think the same thing here would be great. Yeah. Goblin infantry, they're a pretty easy target. And then wherever the berserkers are again. Well, you know what? Just hit that big puddle. Now, if I need to, I have these clansmen that I can use to... Let's go into loose formation. Let's try and stop the impact of those
Raiders.
ballistas.
Wash him away. Wash him away.
Right, we're still hiding with these troops, so...
Wash him away.
Let's pull out.
How do you swing this thing?
And I think the real question is, at what point do we... Right, here we go. So that's antagonized them enough to start making their way towards us. So we want you guys to pull back. And the River Archers to do the same. And we want you guys to also pull back, probably to the top of the hill, to be honest. All of you go.
With the archers.
Right, you can tighten ranks. Right, and we want to hold fire now with the Agron Raiders, etc. hit the Bane Guard, and then... Yeah, the River Elders. Can you get easy targets on anything? No, let's... You hold fire. Yeah, hit them. That's better. And it looks like we've got the archers out. Now, I imagine that this unit of Moot Keepers will coalesce and quite easily handle business. So we've just got some Spear Guard, and we can spring a bit of a trap on them. Let's bring the warriors and things around. That's... Now, they've got a lot of armor, so I wonder... Will these guys do well on a charge against them? They have 7 attack with armor piercing. So they're not great, but on the charge... Oh, that was a good downhill charge as well. Yeah, that was impressive. That was actually pretty good. Now, these Minorife warriors will take out the Goblin infantry very easily. And the Greyflood Raiders, would you mind, as I say, flinging your javelins, please? That would be most helpful. Now, archers-wise, you can keep up your firing arcs. And maybe hit the... You could hit the bodyguards, actually. Yep. Let's do that. Right, go, go, go. Smash them. Oh, that was good. We're going to beat them probably quite nicely. Now, the real question is, can I get around the flank at all with these guys? Yeah, that's pretty good. Now, my general is... Yeah, the Berserkers have... Yeah, the Berserkers have been dealt with, to be honest, haven't they? As is the Bane Guard. Let's just do another... I think... I don't really want to fire at will anymore with these guys. Let's... Anyone that's on fire at will, let's take them off that. Yeah, and have a look at what's best. Yeah, there. Which unit are you? You're you. Yeah, there, please. Get them. Yeah, you've got gonna get a decent volley. Yeah, good, good. Okay, the Elder Guildsmen as well are flinging theirs. Now, we are taking out the Goblin Infantry. Now, if we shoot them with an arrow, a poison arrow volley, we can probably cause them to rout. I'm going to hold fire with you. Yeah, it's you guys that are firing now. I mean, I don't really want to use any more javelins on any of these units. Alright, please run away. Make these guys run. Yeah, so sellswords are the next sort of priority target. Interesting. Oh, the Axeman took an absolute hammering there. We can shoot the sellswords, but you guys are the sellswords in range. Ah, they are of you. Right. Shoot them, please. And I think you guys should shoot them. Yeah, the goblin infantry won't break through. You can get them. You can get them. Give them another hit. And then I think it's a case of, can we hit the sellswords? Yeah. Now, I do have some archers still that are firing. Hit the infantry, please. And I think the river archers, if you're around anywhere. Yeah. Get you to hit those guys as well. Right, they've lost 27%. And they are, I think, yeah, dedicating a general.
Raiders.
Right, I didn't kill any of them, unfortunately. But the second volley did. Right, archers, your poison effect is having a bit of a negative impact. So we want to make sure all of you are fighting correctly and hitting the right targets. Yeah, you can hit the pikemen. And that'll be the last of the archers. Where are you attacking? Yeah, just the Bane Guard. And we can beat them. Yeah, come on. Take out the general. That guy was spinning. He was dancing. Oh.
Raiders.
Now we can get involved in this. And I can send back this unit to reinforce as well. Let's bring them over there. Shoot the pikemen. Yeah, it's just some river swordsmen that are fighting the bodyguard. If we can kill the bodyguard, which they've just committed, then we can definitely win this. Right, and our archers are having a field day at the moment. Shooting the pikemen, so let's keep that going. Right, shoot the infantry if you'd be so kind. Right, sellswords coming up this way. Now we can commit the Grey Flood, and we've got some archers that we can put in from the reserve. The archers are hitting the pikemen. We haven't killed any yet, but we are hitting them. Right, the warriors have routed. Come on, come back. Will that make you come back? No. Okay, so now it becomes a grinding match, and we've killed a fair amount of them. If we need to withdraw, we can do with the general. He's up the top. And let's have a look at the front lines. We've got some decent-ish units that we can form up. I mean, these guys are pretty dogshit in melee, but they will make at least a decent holding force. And we've got these clan hunters. Right, in you go. And in these guys go. And I think our archers, rather than go there, they need to maybe come back a little bit. Just to make sure that they don't get too involved in that battle. Ah, and these guys, you can flank. So flank you shall. Right, commit those archers. Right, take yourselves off guard mode. Right, the Agron Raiders are our next reserve unit. And I think they're probably all either tired or... yeah, they're shaken from being flanked. They're eager. Why are we all shaken? Hit the old... right, shoot the pikemen. And then move up the archers. Elder Guildsman, we need our general to just get into position as quickly as possible. Right, and our infantry are fighting Urukai crossbowmen, of all things. Apparently defeat seems almost certain. I'm not so sure. I mean, there's only 55 sellswords over there. These guys come out of guard mode. They might actually fight a little bit more effectively. There's 55, 52 of them there. It's these Urukai infantry that we're going to struggle to cut through. Maybe we should have held some of our strike infantry in reserve. It is a little bit disappointing that I didn't do that. But this flank is going very well. The crossbowmen are struggling. Who's running there? Oh, just the Grey Floods. Right, hit the rally. Come on back. Now, I don't know what the stats are like for these guys in melee. 3, At least they get a pike animation type weapon. Right, yeah, hunters. Pardon me. This is the ultimate slog battle. Right, in you go. let's attempt to keep on pushing. Wrap up their flank. Right, where's their general's unit? Over here. And is their general fighting? It's difficult to tell which one's the actual general. I mean, I assume with the formation that they're fighting over here. Ah, right, there's the captain, so he's obviously one of these guys. Right, the sellswords are looking like they're going to struggle. Right, just ballista crew. I mean, the moot keepers will cut through them like butter. Pikemen, though, on the other hand, we don't want to be fighting that. Pull back. We need you to pull out. They just had to dedicate the pikemen now, didn't they?
We stand ready.
That unit of pikemen spread thin is a real ball ache. As is the reavers, etc. that they've got coming in. Come on, reform your spineless women. Such a sexist announcer. Yeah, the hunters are holding a decent enough pike line here. Slash spear line. Right, there we go. Break up the formation, then go for them. Like the Urukai archers, the ballista crew. They're not great. Right, let's bring our general over here just to act as a bit of a blocker on those stupid warg riders. Right, and you guys are going to need to actually go into combat now. Just because we can see that the centre's coming up. Right, there goes more river spearmen. Right, the river elders are breaking as well. We did take a few losses there, but we're going to kill that cav unit. And we've got more Agron Raiders inbound. Yeah, this is a bit too much for our little army here. But we have killed 50% of them, which is not bad. Let's just hope not that many of them come back. We're getting routing pretty much everywhere. Let's see if we can get up to 55%. 55% and I'd be happy. I didn't really use my strike infantry effectively, which is why this has gone so tits up. I should have probably held them in a different position. Like maybe over here would have been better. But, oh well. You win some, you lose some. I think it's time to pull yourself out of here, Mentha. So far you've been a pretty dogshit commander. You are not impressive. Off you go. You nearly made it. Go on, there you go. So he's escaped, that's the main thing. We killed 53%, so I imagine that'll get to about 50%. I'm happy with that. You know, this was their most elite force, and we have caused a lot of damage to their sellswords, etc. that can't replenish. So, yeah, we'll take this. Okay, so we lost a pretty large amount of our forces, but this was a bit of a crap tier army, and we did kill just shy of 1,000 of them, so that's pretty good. Best units, River Archers, Moot Keepers. Wow, both the Moot Keepers doing very well. Bit disappointed by the Grey Flood Raiders. I think Javelin-wise, the Javelins just aren't doing the business. We need better Javelin men. It would have been better, actually, if I'd used my strike infantry actually sort of fairly intelligently. I should have kept them in reserve, but oh well. Maybe if I'd kept them with the force and just charged them out immediately.
We are disgraced. Fall back and retreat.
They didn't attack either one of the other armies. And they've diluted their forces around. Aha! So, the cunning ploy did actually sort of work. Because they've sent both of those armies out into the wilderness. Which means Gund is actually pretty, or however the frick I pronounce that, is actually pretty safe. Okay, this army is very battered. We might be able to convince them to do a river battle. So, hopefully they'll attack Mentha in his river position. He's not the greatest of commanders, but, you know, if Captain What's-His-Name heads towards Mentha, that could be very useful. Golasil's not got much left. Corfingvor. Ah, and would you look at that? Very, very good. Right, fishery or armory. Let's get the armory, because this is a border province. And we do have an additional army that I'm getting ready. With Cormag in command. Right, we need another 2 units. What are we missing? What have we got? So this army, what have we got going on? We've got a decent infantry corps. We've got a couple of javelin units. We've got some pretty decent archers. We haven't got any cavalry. So let's get a couple of units of the River Scouts. Not because they're great, but because they are at least halfway decent. And we've got a decent garrison here against this guy. Hopefully, how long can that hold out? 4 turns. Okay, well hopefully they'll just attack us next turn. And what have we got then? So we got this army here, which we've just beaten up a little bit. We got this army here, which is already weak, and then another trash tier horde. So let's take Moot Lord What's-His-Face. And see if he can't do a night attack and take out a fair amount of these. Now I don't really want to actually fight this, so I'm going to probably try and auto-resolve it. Well, I can't auto-resolve it, can I? Ah, clear victory. I can auto-resolve it, it turns out. Okay. So, we've now got Moot Lord Tremac sort of surrounded. Right, they're running. Captain Zard. And what have we got going on here? We can't do a night battle apparently, but we can with him, and we could take out Captain Zadash. So let's. I know this isn't the most efficient way of doing things, but I don't want to fight this. Now that means that he's free now to fight this force. So, Chieftain Herak will bring in the forces from around Gund. Unless we do another night attack. Let's save the game again. Let's just keep doing damage with Moot Lord Tremak in his little army. Yeah, he is fierce in battle, that's for sure. Right, let's... Yeah. His army has been whittled down. But we've now at least sorted out all the other armies around the town. So, if we take on Captain Zagrad, we will be able to draw out the other forces, probably. Yeah, so they'll get 3,400 reinforcements. Now, Herak has a pretty decent army, but it's not great. It's his own bodyguard unit is very good, but everything else is really average. So I'm going to try and auto-resolve it, because I'm bored of fighting Isengard. No. Okay. Crushing defeat. So, we're going to have to fight it. Now, we do have a proper full stack of troops, and we have a pretty decent mix of everything, so we should be okay. So, Captain Zagrad is a nothing army. Captain Hushu, which sounds a bit Japanese, is again, not a lot. Now, Captain Sarfak... Oh, actually, I just had a thought. If I put this town under siege, and then do this... Aha! Of course. Because when you put them under siege, they can't reinforce.
We shall engage an honorable, glorious victory. We have triumphed.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, we're gonna keep doing this. We're gonna keep just beating up on
Your orders, my lord.
other people. And now we're going to lay siege to Goons. So we've got 6 turns there till they surrender, 5 turns there, and 4 turns till we surrender up there. So we could, in theory, actually take you and have you go relieve that siege. Let's go and do that.
We shall continue tomorrow.
Oh, we've got a lot of money as well. You're building roads, you're building roads. Outflood is building... no roads. You could do with roads. What about Londare? Should we get roads there or get them in Baradvin? You can't build roads, so Londare it is. We're going to have roads everywhere. We're going to do an economy drive. Or at least a roads drive. I hope everyone's enjoying Clans of Enedwaith. I'm doing, as I say, a bulk recording session today of it. With an aim of trying to get the campaign finished. Or at least to a point where I'm happy with how we've done. And then I'm going to call it probably on this campaign. And then go ahead and reinstall Med 2. With the latest version of DAC, including the hotfixes. Which will hopefully eliminate some of my bugs and things I've been having. So, that is the plan. If they attack us in Dunyard, I will not complain. They didn't want to, and they didn't want to attack us anywhere else, so... that is good news. We finally cleared out that town. It was a bit of a pain in the ass. They were just... It was a stalemate for like 7 turns while they just huddled all their forces around Goon. There was no way I was going to break through.
I'm gonna stick you.
Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. So, if I'm to lead an assault, we get Gondor. Yes, Gondor will join us. Okay, so we can take that, and I won't have to fight it, which is good. Unless you really want me to, but I don't think you guys are that bothered, are you, at this point? At least I hope you're not. We will send this dude onwards to meet his quarry at Dunyard. 4 turns till they surrender there. Yeah, let's see if we can't... You're just a captain, you are, unfortunately. Okay, so... We've got a lot of troops, and we outclassed them pretty heavily. Let's save the game, and see what the auto-resolve does. Right, we did lose a lot, but they also lost a lot. You know what? I'm going to take that. Oh, we're killing so many irritating little armies.
Glory, honor, victory. My lord,
Now, the real question is
I have conquered.
that now the end of Unite the Clans? Do we have everything we need? So, I think if you go to here and hit the green book. Is it the green book or is it something else? Is it the Moot Lord? I think it might be you, my dear friends. I can't remember where it is, where it tells you you need to do the X, X, and X. Great Clan Hall? Yes, that looks... Yes, okay, so you need to own... Nilshelin. Okay, so... Nishelin. Dunland Border. Nishelin, Fortitude. I mean, really, we're just looking for Nishelin, aren't we? The Dawn Vale, no. Drop IR, no, no, no. Ah, okay, so Bragost, we have that. Malfin. Malfin? Is that how you pronounce that? I am from Britain, and these things are sort of like Celtic-y sounding, but... Saraline, Caladir, Erin Vaughan. Let's just assume we have Malflin. Let's just assume, for the sake of argument, that we've got it. So, Caladir... I'm sure that I've seen that before. Is that right? Have we got that? Yeah, Argond is Caladir, good. Erin Vaughan we've got, Angrim Bay we have, because that's this one. Perth Ior, which is that one, good. Caril, I'm sure we've seen that. That was over here, I think, somewhere. Yep. Malrindia. Malrindia? Yeah, we've got that, I think. Oh no, that's Malfim. Yeah, we've definitely got that then. Yeah, we've got that one. That's Karas. Saralin, we've got Herefordshire. Yeah. Ligu. Yeah, that's the capital. Lartharin. God, I apologise for all these pronunciations. I have no idea if what I'm saying is right. We've got all the Dunland regions, so Liafarin. Yeah, we don't need Bregnas, which is good. Okay, so we've got everything. We have all of the stuff we need then to unite the clans. So what exactly happens? What do I need to do now? So okay, so we've done that. So we've now got this army together. Let's get all these guys together. Let's leave a decent garrison in the town, repair it, build the cultural building, and I think get all of these guys. In fact, let's just have everyone get out of the way, die. We don't want to lose crazy numbers, but yeah, that's fine. We just killed another irritating general. So you guys, put you on low tax rate.
Your orders, my lord. Yes, my lord.
Okay, let's put you guys in there.
Your orders, my lord. Yes, my lord.
What else have we got over here? We got some spearmen that we can put in.
Your orders, my lord.
Some more Grey Flood.
Yes, my lord.
Right, do you have any spearmen? Or swordsmen, sorry? Nope, the answer is no. Agron Raiders, though, you definitely have.
Yes, my lord.
Right, what are the weakest units? So you guys...
Your orders.
we can get those guys to join in on the fun. So who are the weakest units? You... yeah, let's do that. That unit of archers we can just disband. And then we're looking for one more unit to disband. Or send home. Yeah, let's send you in the fort, actually.
Yes, my lord.
And there we go. We've got a full banner now in the town to protect it. So that's good. We've got the bridge defended there. We've got Lon Angren defended. We're trying to take Bergnas, and we are still under siege up there, but we are handling it. Let's end the turn and see if we've united the clans. I think we have done. Our lands stretch from Buzradum and the Blue Mountains all the way near to the fords of Eisen. We have quite the domain. Hopefully Gondor will just distract them for a little bit longer. That would be nice. It would be appreciated. Okay, so they have decided to attack us. They must know the army's coming. Let's do this battle. Because we get to see the Nags High. Oh, very nice. Right, I'm going to end the episode here. In the next one, we'll pick up and unite the clans. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.